what did ice cream do to you? Did Ben or Jerry do something to you? What the hell is wrong with you? Do you know how good ice cream is? Do you know how secret that shit is? Oh my god. When they say how many scoops you want, you know what I say? How many you got, motherfucker? I don't know why you hate on ice cream, but you keep talking bad about ice cream. I'm gonna act up. Watch your hood. So yeah, anyway, so I'm sorry, I got sidetracked with the ice cream. Myron starts talking about something to do with toxicity in fitness, and Zach checks him and says, is this the goal? Is the goal the big goal for people to get fit? And Myron says yes, and then doesn't understand what he says after that, which I'll play.
And we're saying shame and calling me a piece of shit doesn't motivate me to get more fit.
Well, we need winners and losers.
So Myron doesn't understand what Zach just asked. He is explaining that if your end goal is to be fit, and I'm not being motivated or wanting to be fit by you negative reinforcing me, then you're not achieving your umbrella goal here. You're not achieving the overarching goal, which is that you want more people to be fit. So if I'm not responding positively to this, maybe you need to try and change something. It's like in school, when I don't know how they're teaching it now, but back growing up, they had one method, and if you didn't know it, you were a dumbass, which is not how people learn. Everybody has different styles and methods of learning. And I feel like now we're more accustomed to being like, okay, I need to see how your brain works, and this is the best way to facilitate that. Myron is not that. He comes from the 1950s type of guys. I just know what kind of shirt he wears at home.
No,
we need winners and losers.
The industry,
like, there's
is
gonna
the
be
one
inevitably
catering
there's
to
gonna
the
be
people,
losers. If you
correct?
don't respond favorably to shame and bullying, etc., and you don't overcome it, you're effectively a loser.
Damn it! I don't respond nicely to bullying or whatever else he said. I'll kick someone's ass.
You may want to start changing your ways or changing your name.
Is that positive? I don't know if that's, what is that?
Have your parents ever shamed you, come down on you, made you feel like shit?
Absolutely.
But did you deserve all of it, 100% of it?
Absolutely, they shame you.
Does he have Indian parents? What? How does he know everything about brown people? What? Does he have Asian parents? Oh my god. You basically just described them. Hey, I can tell you, by the way, none of those people have great lives. Not saying that their parents are bad. Hey, I know everyone with brown parents. I have them myself. Not the best. Not always the best. You have to really, really fight to not have a bad relationship with people who want things for you and don't actually listen to you. Humans want to be listened to, right? So I don't know what kind of school Myron went to and thought that saying shaming your kids is okay, but no, I didn't think I had to say that.
The fitness world, I would rather be with someone who's trying to uplift me, trying to get me to improve, hold me accountable. Tough love, absolutely, I think is important.
Yeah.
There's a total difference between...
I'm so surprised Myron didn't hear uplift me and say like, uplift you? I can barely lift you up, and then try and high five the dude next to him. You're slipping, Myron.
I would not like to be on the other side.
When I was in high school, they do your graduation photos.
They what? Greg! Oh my god, it's passing down to his mouth. So I guess one of the final questions is I would not like to be on the other side. So it's sort of asking, are you comfortable in your body? Would you want to trade? This is a pretty valid question for once. And now they have brain rot Greg to try and answer it. And then I don't even know what he was saying. I think he was talking about graduation. I think he called it graduation because it was so cool.
And they had a saying, and my saying was, my worst nightmare would be if I gained 10 pounds of fat.
Are you still in high school? Are you gonna graduate anytime soon with that mentality? Because you seem like a boy, not a man. Who the fuck says that? You can say anything in your yearbook quote and you're like, I would hate to be fat. Brother, just like how Myron said, there are more important things to life than like being fat. There are more important things in life. Jeez, who cares, man? Can you imagine like there's a dude next to him who's like, if you can dream it, you can do it. Or like, never give up no matter what anyone tells you. One step a day completes the staircase to a journey. And then you see his quote, I would never be a fat fuck like the guy next to me. That's crazy.
Strive my whole life to look kind of like this. I just couldn't imagine it. It would be a nightmare for me.
But the reality is we live in this crazy world.
That's like the dude next to Greg saying, I could have never imagined being 10 inches shorter. That's, bruh.
I mean, if I was president, hell, I'd put all of them in a fat concentration camp so they can concentrate on dieting and exercising, because being fat is completely not acceptable. I'd have...
Holy Jesus Christ, bro. I didn't know he had that much of a problem? This dude has lost his mind. I've never seen someone think that they want to be the president because they want to get people unfat. Like, he's so dedicated to that. People worry about the economy and stuff. Myron's like, I'm your new president now. The only thing fat is going to be your pockets, sir, because you're not going to be. Because if you weigh over 300 pounds, you cannot set foot in this country. Myron gains. He's going to gain your vote. What, bro? You know what? We've had crazy presidencies.
Do you really mean that, or are you just saying that?
I'm dead ass. Yeah, if I was president, make me president.
He's dead ass. That's a presidential thing to say. People are like, are you really running, Myron? Dead ass, yeah, I'm running. Me and Brain Rot Greg are running for president and vice president. If we win, Greg is gonna inject steroids up your asshole, and I am going to make sure you eat nothing but kale and cabbage. Money? I don't know. That's not the only green thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about the greens you eat, sir. Okay? Myron gains for president. 20 never.
We'll get rid of the obesity problem. Rid of the obesity problem. Rid of the obesity problem. Like that.
And like that, Myron got rid of the obesity problem. I don't know if he was trying to say a pussy problem, because he could get rid of that too, I'm sure.
For almost 2 years saying wear a mask, etc. And then I say, I'm gonna lock these dudes up in a concentration camp where we're gonna get them healthy food, we're gonna get them exercising, and I'm looked at as crazy.
Yeah.
And that is the moment he becomes Adolf Hitler, because he is now trying to put people in a concentration camp so they can lose weight. It must be so annoying to have a conversation with this dude, bringing up things like, how was your day? And he's like, I'll tell you how it was. It was good, but if I was a fat person, it wouldn't be good. And so I've seen a lot of them on the way up to the staircase. They probably couldn't even make it up the staircase, bro. I think that I'm going to change this if you just elect me president. Just goes on this tirade. Bruh. Wow. He's really, when he said fresh and fit, he was really like, I'm going to give you fresh food and you're going to be fit. This is my presidential campaign right here. I don't know anything about anything else.
Concentration camp, let me be clear. I'm talking about a concentration camp where they're concentrating on diet and exercise.
You said that they had to be in that just now. That don't stop.
I also would not want to be spewing out stuff just to hopefully get a viral clip.
So if you could snap your fingers.
I just want to say something, Tevin. It is Myron's fault. It is, but it's not Myron's fault completely, because Jubilee brought him on knowing damn well this man is a menace to society and expected this to happen. So the viral clip they're getting is in fact going viral, because this video did super well compared to their other videos, and people like me and everyone else are talking about it. I don't know who we're blaming here, but Myron's 50% and Jubilee's the other 50. Anyway, yeah, Greg then butts in.
And I'm just grasping at straws on how I do it. Yeah, it's not sustainable.
Yeah, so whose fault is it that they chose an unsustainable route to lose weight? That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim. I don't know if you've caught on to this, but you're a professional.
Oh God, okay, psychology 101. Myron the psychologist. He's wearing a lot of hats today, and he should have worn a hat, judging by his hair.
The reality is this, man. You eat too much,
I'm
you don't
trying to
exercise
figure out
enough.
where these
And that's
misconceptions
why
about me are.
Oh my God, it's like an actual presidential debate now. Everyone's just talking over each other. The person who's moderating is apparently his mic switched off for the time being. We just get this kind of discourse. Good, this is great, Jubilee.
Again, you can say whatever you want to say.
I do want to press.
Like I
want
said,
to
I
press.
called you out on it, and I said,
I want to
you're
press pause.
And this is
searching
how
for a
fat people
viral
think.
clip.
It's good. That's really good, Jubilee guy. If you keep speaking like that, you might get a word in one day.
It's your masculine duty to make money, to be successful, to lose weight, to be strong and fit, so that you can protect and provide for the people that you love.
Damn, that sucks. I gotta do all that? I just want to sleep. I have to make money, lose weight, provide for other people. I guess since we're going back in the past, Is it a girl's duty to cook and just be subordinate to the man? Like, what? I feel like Myron would say yes to that. Because, you know, as we all know, Myron operates on the old system because it works so well that we had to change it. Yes, believe it or not, Myron, time yields lots of changes, because if it didn't, you and me would probably still be T-Rexes. Change is imminent, brother.
And when you're not able to do that, you get depressed and you get sad, rightfully so, because you're a fuck up.
Damn it! That's why I'm depressed and sad. Because I'm a fuck up. That's what my therapist said, and I have to pay them. Every time I pay them, they say, ha, ha.
Depression most of the time is not real.
Damn, son. God, can you imagine a therapist being like, you just paid for an hour, it's not real, bro. I think I've spoken pretty openly about this. I feel like I suffer with severe depression. Pretty open about it too. I don't think that it's a very easy thing to diagnose, because it's kind of different on a case-to-case thing. There is a lot of similarities, a lot of differences. Of course it's real. And Myron will go on to say that no successful person is depressed, and I can tell you off the top of my head 10 people who unfortunately even took measures because of how depressed they were, and they were super successful. Think Anthony Bourdain, Robin Williams. There is a lot of really, really great people who succumb to it. It's sad that someone's not educated enough to do that, but then speak on it. But I'm not triggered, because I think it's kind of funny that he just threw that out there with absolutely no regard for the truth.
We live in a meritocracy. I know everyone likes to run around and say, oh, everyone's equal, it's all equality.
Who is that person that he is basing this off of? Every time he tries to do a voice, it's that same voice. Everybody's like, oh, who is that? Who do you know that talks like that? Is it fat? Is it fresh and fat? It's fat, isn't it? Walter, get yourself together.
Everyone, no, that's not how the world works. Why the fuck should I be treated equally to someone who's fat, broke, not disciplined, and not as intelligent?
It's crazy, bro, because if you go to the Middle East, back in the day, the Silk Road and stuff, people who were bigger sized were considered to be rich. They were wealth, because it was a sign that if you were heavier set, that you were living in excess. That's a factual statement. So by your standards, that's not good, or something. It's kind of weird that we changed that up. But also in the past, there was a certain race of people who thought that a different race of people was inferior. And I think you'd be glad to, as we all are, that has changed, right? So just judging people off their appearance, I think we can all say is fucking bullshit.
Show me a guy that's making money, successful, has a good set of friends around him, has a network, etc., that is depressed. You would rarely find that. Are there exceptions to the rule? Of course. There's always.
Like I said, I don't need to name people, but Anthony Bourdain would be the prime example of someone who has the perfect career, made extremely good money, great network of people, seemed like a class act, and still couldn't get over that inner turmoil that I'm sure anyone who's experienced it knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it is just not a battle that other people sometimes can understand. But thank you, Myron. That's very nice of you to say. It doesn't exist.
Some people who are overweight, are they going to the gym? Are they putting the fork down? Are they doing the things they need to do? If they spent 14 hours a week doing cardio and eating healthy, they would lose the weight.
So then Brain Rot Greg comes in with a bomb-ass statement saying that if you put in 14 hours a week of just cardio, you'll be like skinny in no time. And then he immediately uses the technique brain rot to undo everything he just said by saying, I've been learning Spanish for 14 hours a week and I am not good at it at all. Proving that even if you do something for 14 hours a week, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will see change. Thank you, brain rot Greg.
I spend 14 hours a week learning Spanish, even though I am horrible at it, but I'm trying my best. And if everyone else tried their best, we wouldn't see anyone morbidly obese on this planet.
Vice President brain rot. Open claps for that one. That's the big issue that we're all facing. Fatties. That's quite fatties. That's it. Thank you. Thanks. That's great. Aren't you glad he's not president? So now we have final thoughts. And I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of this.
After spending time in this space, you feel like you're closer to understanding the other side than when we stepped in the room.
Some people have learned. Brain rot Greg didn't, and Myron, you know, surprise, surprise, didn't learn a damn thing.
I understand it less.
so Myron didn't learn anything. Greg went backwards. He actually learned less. This is what happens when you drain the brain rot out of your head. It's just empty space. Now he forgot things that he started with. And at the end, I can see why Greg is so mad, because he stands up and that's how he looks compared to everyone else. That is the end of the video. Now, let me tell you my final thoughts. I absolutely learned a lot from Tevin and Zach, what it would be like to be in that industry and how much of a cutthroat industry it is. And, what a weird position it is to be known for something that you also are trying to actively get rid of so you can be healthier and spend more time with your family and maybe add years into your life. What an interesting perspective. I think that it is a really stupid topic. Personally, Jubilee should have thrown this one in the trash can. Like I said, I think it's a pretty open thing that if you are anyways and you're happy with it, other people should not be judging you, because you're not doing anything illegal. You're just trying to live your best life. And like I said, we don't have that much time on this earth. I'm not saying that I'm promoting anything or whatever, but I am just not here to tell you what to do. Everyone's grown up. They know what they're doing. And thirdly, Myron. Damn, bro. He is so interesting in all of these weird ways. I am so fascinated by how wrong some of the things he says. It's so wrong that I'm just interested in it, but I will never watch your podcast for more than an hour. I've tried to watch a podcast of yours. I actually like him more than the other guy, but at the same time, those are some wild takes. Myron does have semi-points, and then he ruins them by continuing to talk. So that's that. But this was basically Jubilee and Fresh and Fit getting together and making a diabolical video that the internet can now joke on.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
I don't know what to say. I'm kind of speechless. I don't know if they should bring him back, but we got nothing else. Yeah. Listen to your damn tower. That controls you. Get that Great, we got Tyler Perry's wife. That's awesome. What are we talking about? Oh my god. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Ever watch Dr. Phil? It's an old man who gives unqualified advice to other boomers, and then they navigate the world together. It's a fantastically funny show. It's one of the best sitcoms I've ever watched, except it's not a sitcom. It's a horror movie in real life. Anyway, it turns out some of the people on that show are horrific, and I did a video not too long ago on a girl who got scammed by someone who she thought was Tyler Perry. Lo and behold, everyone in the comments said, have you seen the Dr. Phil episode? The woman is crazier. I said, ha ha ha, can't be. Turns out you guys are right. I don't really know how to preface this other than to show you exactly what I just showed you. It's a woman who's convinced that she's married to him even though she hasn't met him, and this is true, she thinks one of her children is Tyler Perry's child even though she's never met him. Conceived through Delulu is not something I thought I'd have on my bingo card in 2024, but here we are.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
It's 36 degrees Celsius, which is 1,000,000 Fahrenheit, and I am sweating because I am ready to watch an episode of Dr. Bald Gets Crunk. Okay, I hope you guys are ready. Bring your popcorn. Let's watch. Oh, by the way, subscribe, please. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. It's been a while since I did an episode on Dr. Funk. This man is one of my favorite peoples. He looks like a meme at this point. It looks like someone caricatured him, like in real life. So it's very funny to have him, and I don't know. He always gives advice, and he does it with that southern accent, which always makes it sound funnier than it should. He also has a board, and I want you to note this. Please take a piece of paper or something, write it on your notes in your phone. We're gonna look for Dr. Full Humble Flexes, because no matter what, this man decides that he is the humble flex king of the world. In every single episode I've ever watched of this man, in every single episode, this man finds a moment where someone is going through absolute trouble, and he decides to tell them how much money he has, or how many high-profile friends he has, or something that has nothing to do with them and makes him seem like a giant D-bag. I love it. Dr. Full, everyone. Dr. P. Yes, there he goes. He's walking out like a guy who's been like run over by a car. You know, you're like 70, but you gotta do the show. The show must go on.
Today is a little different because I received an urgent anonymous message requesting help for a woman named Carla.
That is, I guess that's very specifically different, but Dr. Full comes out. He doesn't even say hello. At this point, he's like, you know who I am. There's a woman who's crazy, and I need her to fix her.
Who believes she's married to celebrity Tyler Perry and claims he is the father of 2 of her children.
Yeah, so this is a pretty crazy claim. I think having Dr. Full at least will be of some benefit. Hopefully this man can, you know, help this woman who's clearly, the woman on the show today is clearly in need of some help. In fact, Dr. Full needed 2 episodes. I had to cut 2 episodes to actually help this woman. She couldn't do it in 1 episode. They needed another one.
She claims that she is the biological mother of his 3-year-old son. How would you miss that?
Like Jesus, Mary and Joseph. She thinks that she had Tyler Perry's baby through some sort of miracle, I guess. She also thinks her own kid is Tyler Perry's baby. So like she had they got separate babies, but they're together, but they haven't met each other. This is a Medea plot. Honestly, Tyler Perry could write all of these scripts by himself. I feel like at no point now does he need to write Medea goes back to jail, LOL, or like whatever he's up to. Medea 17, The Return. Medea joins the Expendables. Whatever series he's currently doing, I think he can drop it and actually write something like this. Medea goes Delulu. The woman go Delulu for Medea.
And has been helping him with some major issues. In fact, she claims she sent the star close to $100,000.
Now, when you see this woman, she's like almost the poster child for depression as well. I don't know why her mouth is so bended backwards that it's like, it almost looks like someone told her to smile, then like Uno reversed it. But she sent him $100,000. This man is worth over $1 billion, I'm pretty sure. Him, Dr. Full, and Oprah Winfrey, they all come from like the Oprah network. They're all like affiliates, and they're all very, very wealthy people. I feel like she would know this, but clearly there's something going on in her head. So it would be nice to find out. But as Dr. Full does, he brings the best dish for last. The lady doesn't make an appearance for a while. First, he will talk to the audience himself. He'll maybe bring up the board, and then he'll bring up the interviews with other people, then get her on the show. It's unqualified advice, by the way. He's not actually a legal practitioner. He's just a guy giving advice at this point.
Now, both of her daughters say they have exhausted all of their options trying to get their mother to face.
Yeah, I mean, already, by the way, it's very sad because she has 2 daughters who are like, this is not a joke. It is hilarious. Let's not get that wrong. And they're like, it's not funny. At some point, they say that, and Dr. Full was like, well, come on now. It is funny. Yeah, she has 2 daughters who are grown up where, like, mom's gone crazy. She... Yeah.
That she is being scammed here. Take a look.
My parents got divorced 4 years ago, and my mom was very...
I love Dr. Full's thing where he plays that dramatic-ass music and then has people stand by various objects like a fucking tree. Someone told them to do that. Someone was like, action, just stand by a tree and put your head down. It would seem like you're sad about your mom. We all know when someone stands by a tree and puts their head down, they're sad about the environment or a family member. Action.
This person reached out to her claiming to be Tyler Perry, and he stated that they've known each other since they were children.
What do you think they did for that shot? Because they put it in blue. They were like, we're going to avatar you. And they told the mom, they were like, just do what you normally do with Tyler Perry. Action. I love how Dr. Phil gets those visuals. The old people can, like, on the show, like, oh my God, she's messaging him right now.
You're beautiful. I love you, baby, and I'm here for you.
Yes, and serious baby, I love you so much, baby. You are my all in all baby, and you don't know what I could have done without you. All right.
A long time. He says, I will forever love you, baby. In everything you do, you are.
All right. I will forever love you, baby. In everything you do, you are a lifesaver. Which, I mean, honestly, America knows this. That's a mint. So I don't know if he's just saying he wants you in his mouth, which is honestly sexy as hell. But ditto indeed is one of the most gangster bullshit replies I've ever heard to someone saying I love you. Ditto. Do you actually love him? Are you scamming Tyler Perry?
Anytime he has tried to video chat her, it is a blank screen. It is black. At some point, Tyler Perry.
Yeah, so I mean the classic scam, the scammer will not call is speaking in broken English. We're all gonna just assume Nigeria because I guess at this point we're all going to heck because I mean it's not like the scammer can be from somewhere else, right? Wow, they should be. Scammers should be able to be from anywhere, okay? Dream it, do it. Nike. There's all the trappings of a scam. It is a scam. We know this. But Mama is too far gone. She knows there's a Tyler Perry in her world. And I think it's even safer in her head to just assume it's Tyler Perry because the truth is just too hard to swallow.
Asked my mother to marry him and that they have a actual legal document stating that they are married. But she has.
You can't propose over text. Like if you do, that should always be fake. There should be a law announced by like someone who makes marriages attack. Nick Lachey, I guess. He should make the law be like, you can't text someone, do you want to get married? And they're like, KK, and you're now married. That shouldn't be able to be a thing so that people can think, no.
The real Tyler Perry has a 2-year-old child, and this fake Tyler Perry has convinced my mother that she is the biological mother of the real Tyler Perry.
Why? Okay, all right. So I'm sorry. Your mom is wearing a headband and she looks like she's unimpressed by like some sort of tennis move or something. Why is Mama so unimpressed? What is that face? This face needs to be carved on a statue. I feel like, you know how they have the presidents? What's that place they got the president? Rushmore? They should replace all of them with her face. It is a beautiful face. I like the face of unenthusiastic. Maybe when Tyler Perry comes on screen, she's like, and then before that, she's like, This is like Robert De Niro face right there.
The situation has gone so far to make my mother believe that one of her children, being me, is the offspring of Tyler Perry.
That's gotta be funny though. Like, I mean, I know it's not funny, but imagine your mom coming one day and is like, Tyler Perry's daughter, nice to see you. And you're like, what are you talking about, mother? Yeah, because like, yeah, you know, like the day before she'd be like, do you want dinner? And then the next day she's like, Tyler Perry's daughter, nice to see you in my house. It's a very questionably funny. I don't actually know how to even think about how funny that is.
Tyler Perry asked my mother on multiple occasions.
I had no choice than to make some donation of $80,000 to their ORG in your name to support the building plans for the cancer kids. Wow. Tyler Perry saying things like, those HIV boys, those mentally challenged peeps over there at the hospital. That what you know nothing about. All right. It's like you've never seen anything Tyler Perry's done ever before, huh? Calling someone cancer kids and not like having any red flags about the fact that this person seems to not give two dams. All right.
You send him money so we can have it for charities. You send him money approximately 50 times. $500 here, $1,000 there, $2,000 there.
Damn, I always wonder how these people have so much money saved up. Like, I'm in the wrong generation. Sometimes people say I was born in the wrong generation for music. I'm saying it for economy. Like, I didn't even know that she just had $100K saved up. Imagine getting scammed and still having a house and you like gave $100K away. That's a lot of money to get scammed. Like, you gotta come from real old money to make that big a mistake. If I make a mistake like that, it's over.
For a total amount of $100,000.
they would all be through either MoneyGram or Western Union.
Yeah, and like I said, just by the way, Western Union is a company at this point that is like, honestly, Western Union's logo should be Western Union gets scammed by people from the West. Like, I don't think Western Union is used for anything legal at this point. I feel like we can go ahead and shut it down. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's over now. That's pretty much all they use it for. So we can call it a day on Western Union, guys. That's a public service announcement. Too many people have been scammed using Western Union. The company's not credible. Can we shut it down? Thank you, amen.
This luxurious lifestyle waiting for her, this mansion, money out the wazoo.
She has been living off of her 401k to support herself.
All right, so she's been, living out of her retirement fund. She lost her job. She gave 100K to Tyler Perry, and the scam is gone. Like, it's in dire straits. Dr. Full is the only person who can help. Will Dr. Full actually help? Does any of this matter? Because it seems like the next episode he's on to like a new person. Forgot about this person. I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
She has her 2 youngest children. My brother has
4 kids. Oh, damn. Okay, I thought she only had 2. She's got a lot of kids. Okay, if you include Tyler Perry's child, she's got 5. She's got a lot of kids. I think that's too many kids to have delusions. You know what I mean? Like, after 3 kids, I don't think you're allowed to be delulu and get scammed because there's too much on your shoulders. Like, like if you have 1 kid, go ahead, get scammed like 2 times. That's hilarious. But I just too many kids to get scammed.
No matter what we say, she won't believe that she's being scammed. She believes everything that comes out of his mouth.
How is this happening? I mean, you know your mother. I mean, she's a...
So the 2 oldest kids are like, we've tried everything. I don't know how to get this, how to get anyone to help. So do a Hail Mary to Dr. Full. He gets them on and he starts unpacking the situation. Now they're in front of him and he starts asking, how the hell did this happen? I'm sorry, how the heck did this happen?
Intelligent woman. She's worked for Homeland Security.
Oh my God. You mean to tell me she's been letting anyone who looks like Tyler Perry in through the borders for no other reason than oh, damn. I know Dr. Full said like she's so smart, she's worked for Homeland Security. I can't help but think the opposite now. I'm like, damn, they let those people do those jobs? I know that's not the right way to think, but it's hard not to, you know what I mean? Well, I don't live in America, but that's crazy.
She has really been in a vulnerable state. She has felt lonely, and she has been hurt by all of these situations.
Right. And so she got divorced so hard that Tyler Perry is her savior. I mean, on a real note, like, that's probably exactly what it is. I feel like a lot of these people who I even see on Scamfish and stuff on positions of vulnerability have made decisions that have later caught up with them, or unpredictable situations they couldn't really account for and then don't know how to deal with it. Because let's say you go through a breakup now, or you go through some tough times now, maybe you're acclimated to deal with it later on in life. Maybe sometimes you don't go through that and then it happens and you're sort of stranded. You don't know how to mentally unpack that. So that's very sad.
They got separated probably like 2013, 2014, and so they started communicating a few months after that.
Begin with.
Yes.
You know, it's probably hard to go through a divorce. I don't know. I've never been through one. But that's a few months, bro. Like, in a few months, she was like, my husband ain't shit. You know who is? Medea. Ah, yeah, I wanna see Medea. Medea Tyler Perry, you know what I mean? So she went on Tyler Perry's fan page on Facebook, which is, honestly, I feel like old people and Facebook is like water and oil. They should not mix. You just it's a bad combination. Mark Zuckerberg has screwed you all. Seriously, I feel like if you put over the age of like 40 on Facebook, I don't know about that one.
And everybody knows if you're at all on...
At this point, Dr. Full does, maybe this might be one of the most boomer things that I've seen. He puts it up on the board and he's like, Tyler Perry's verified Facebook page, and here's how we all know. And then he puts at the bottom, blue check mark, shows authentic. And like all the audience is like, oh, it's like a very, you know, we're starting from ground zero here.
Facebook, a blue check shows that the profile is authentic.
Yep, there you go. Point to it.
Blue check right here.
Right here. You see that? Miriam. Blue check mark means it's real. She's sleeping. God damn.
It means that this has been verified and is authentic.
They got a close-up. They got all the older people with like glasses, like, oh, there's Tyler Perry, right there, right, okay. I thought that, oh my God, I thought that said fajita Sundays. I don't know.
There is no blue check. And then when you go look at the people's friends on here, when you start checking on them.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. It's a fan page. He doesn't have friends. He has followers. This is not true, Dr. Falk. You're leading your men astray here. It's a public profile. Unless you're going on Tyler Perry's like just his page, like his Facebook page. I don't know if he has one. It's not a profile page. It's just Tyler Perry with lots of friends. But no.
I've had as many as 19 fake Dr. Phil profiles up. Right now there are 5. As of this morning, they'll be gone by the end of the day.
Okay, I feel like that's a humble flex. He's like, I've had people say that they're Dr. Phil, like Catfish, send me money, talking about how I'm gonna live a beautiful life with it. Dr. Phil, please. I mean, you're a handsome man. Trust me, if I ever need to check my teeth, I'll look into the bowl part of your head. I'll probably see it like, whoa, okay, I got something there. Cool. You're a beautiful man. You got lots of money. You're tall. It's amazing. You got the mustache of Jesus. I don't think he had one. But my point is, Tyler Perry, I can see Jennifer Aniston. I can see Johnny Depp. Dr. Phil, I don't know about that. I've had 19 accounts. He flexed that. He's like, just this morning, I had 19 people send me fake money. How you like that, Robin?
And then they'll pop back up tomorrow. People just put up these fake. Yeah. And you're actually supposedly his child.
Yeah.
Wise words from Dr. Phil. You're actually supposed to be Tyler Perry's baby. How do you feel about that?
Hitting on that and going back to the surrogacy as well, I mean, y'all laugh like it's funny, but...
So at this point, the girl's like, come on, it's not funny. And Dr. Phil's like, but it is.
And then having my little brother look at her saying that she has another child, another son.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I mean, I'm not, sorry, it's the wrong choice. It's like really tough to imagine the person that you